This week on The Wise Guys.
Everyone that thought they had a safe job learned this harsh lesson, Oh, you ever heard like your grandpa or uncle say, hey man, you go ahead and do this. They'll always need this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those things weren't functioning, during COVID. So expect the unexpected, but that's impossible. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mark Pruden, and you're now tuning in to the Wise Guys podcast, brought to you by Flowered Concrete.
Yo, what's going on? This is your boy, Flash.
And this is Mark Pruden.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with the Wise Guys.
That's right.
Mark, how you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, man. Happy to be back.
Yeah, man. First and foremost, last time we took the last 6 weeks off. One thing we were very busy, so I wanted to kind of take that time to talk about it. I didn't really realize how exhausted I was.
Oh, yeah, so much into it. People don't realize. Yep.
So I actually needed that time. So we're back, we're refreshed. And we haven't seen each other in person in 6 months since COVID-19 hit. So
Yep.
it's actually going to be pretty amazing to have a chance to sit talk to this rap.
Definitely, man. It's amazing to be back, for sure. I missed doing the podcast episodes, bro.
I feel like the podcast has become very therapeutic for us.
Absolutely. Definitely a good way to just express yourself and take your mind off things for a bit. Yeah.
Totally agree. All right, Wise Community, we're back with episode 26. Okay? And today's episode 26, is called A Different World.
Okay.
A Different World. And this is actually in relation to the world we're living in now. I don't want to say post COVID-19, but still during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Right.
So with the first official segment today, I wanted to kind of explore some things. So this one right here is called A New Way of Living. Right?
Mm-hmm.
A New Way of Living. So I actually did some research. I was doing some stuff online recently.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of came up with this quote I wanted to share with you. So this is actually from a LinkedIn influencer.
Right.
And so, this quote says, the stigma around being laid off is gone. Right? Companies publish lists of people that they've often said, we're trying to help these people get new jobs. So if your business is doing well in this environment, you're willing to hire, we can vouch for you. Apparently, too, this is also based towards people who are independent contractors instead of W-2 labor-based hiring. So I asked that because there's so many things happening. People get laid off.
Right.
So many people trying to get new jobs, and businesses have to be bailed out. Some businesses are closed forever.
Yes.
All these things. So I wanted to ask this question for the first segment. What is our new normal today? And what is it essentially comprised of? When you think of jobs, social gatherings, education, travel, whatever is it?
I feel like when it comes to jobs, I think now's the time where technology is really going to take over in terms of the way we work. Like if you look at the real estate industry, office space is going to be a thing of the past because companies are now realizing that it's cheaper to have employees working from home rather than paying rent or possibly a mortgage on an office building. You can save so much more money. It's just like across so many industries that they're now saying, well, look at it like this. COVID-19 was the perfect test for industries to try this, online working because they never really wanted to take the chance. It was always pretty risky. But now that they were forced to do it, the statistics say that, the workers' productivity is not lower than it was, when they were in the office. Previously, they thought that if employees weren't micromanaged or, watched closely, they wouldn't work as hard. But it's showing that they are working just as good as they were when they were in the office. So it's definitely changing the way we work. And I'm sure, the way business works too in terms of communication. Now we're realizing that Zoom is actually a great tool for business meetings and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a Chinese company. I think they went public though, so it's on the stock market. Yeah. But yeah, man, if everything's changing, it's really amazing to see.
I'm actually one of those people that very fortunate in that it wasn't affected by the pandemic.
Right.
I was still getting paid.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Truly, truly blessing. So I'm very, very appreciative of that in that sense. Just happy to kind of still be able to make it because a lot of people were backed up on the rent.
Right.
Landlord wasn't getting discounts.
Oh yeah.
Luckily enough, my landlord gave me 3 months straight consecutive discounts, and I didn't even need it.
Really? Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Man, I think they said 1 in 4 tenants in New York City did not pay their rent since February. So that's, tens of thousands of people who didn't pay their rent. And one of the strategies of landlords is to try to offer a lower rent payment to kind of stimulate people to pay. And it's proved to work pretty well. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but it's tough.
I'm really iffy about all this stuff. Do you think in this COVID-19 world, once that time does come post COVID-19, is the world completely changed forever? Will it ever go back to being what it was 6 months ago?
Yeah, I think the world has changed forever, just based on what businesses have learned over the past few months, that a lot of things aren't necessary. And large social gatherings, people are going to be a lot more, conscious of what they do and how many people go, because there's people that lost, family members, from this virus, and something like this can happen again.
And rest in peace to all of those people.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. It's just been devastation, and they're going to try to keep these gatherings small just out of fear as well, because a lot of us visit our grandparents and, aunts, uncles, mothers, fathers, and you just don't want to put your family members at risk. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It's really, just sending prayers of this thing will be alive.
Yes, absolutely.
Just happy to still be sane and healthy.
Right.
It isn't easy for my family, growing up with families who are sick at the time. People are just trying to make sense of everything. It seems like a lot of people have anxiety too, because seeing all that stuff on the TV, it wasn't good for the health. So,
That is true. That's true.
were you tuned into the news at the time?
I wasn't tuned in too much, but I can definitely attest to the anxiety, because I'm a workhorse. I'm used to being out and about, always on the go, making things happen. But being closed in by COVID, you're in the house indefinitely, and if you're used to working, you eventually you got to face yourself, man. And someone who's always busy and then suddenly stops being busy, it really makes you start thinking and analyzing everything around you. So it was pretty tough for sure, man. Definitely tough.
Very good. So, all right, well, ladies and gentlemen, Mark and I are here. We're not going anywhere anytime soon. We're going to resume for the next 20 minutes or so, maybe 24 hours, I'm not too sure. But at the same time, we want to talk about something that's so at the end of this year, I think, so maybe like the final episodes of the season,
Right.
we have a lot of cool things going on. So one of the things is that, through Christmas time, we're going to give out some books. I'm going to give out, some African from concrete books.
Oh, wow.
It will be Flower That Rose season.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you now, Weston, if you know nothing about Flower That Rose and you haven't been following me on Instagram at Kevin11, please get ready. Because next year, God willing, is my year. I'm taking over everything.
Hey, brother, I'm here to see it, man, and I can attest that the works of the books that you put together and you publish, absolutely wonderful, man. This is something that you all definitely want to check out. I've read them myself, and life changing. It really gives you insight on who Kev is as a person. I would say Kev Alev, but that's for another episode. We'll talk about that later.
So we'll be pushing a lot of things moving forward because at this point, you guys are starting to get to know us a little bit.
Absolutely.
Also, some Flower Concrete merch. Again, if you don't know what Flower Concrete is, that is a media-based company that strives on being digital, and as well as providing literature that helps marginalized people share their voices and share their true stories. So there's going to be a lot of cool things coming out in the direction of these places. But what I kind of wanted to get into right now is this poem called Sprout. And Sprout is one of the pieces from the new book of Flower That Grows. We'll actually be debuting this on August 4th, the day that the podcast will air. We debuted it on Instagram, but Rise Community, you guys have become family to me and Mark. So what I really wanted to do was to make sure that you all had a chance to get an exclusive world premiere listen first.
Wow.
Right now, Mark and I are going to take a little break, and you'll get a chance to be indulged into the premiere. And we'll be right back, all right? Stay with us, guys.
Peace.
Hey, yo, I'm coming for everything. I'm coming for life. I've been through the pain. I've been through the strife. I've been seeking counseling. The game is my wife. I'm still on a quest. I swear up to fight.
I'm ready to shine. I'm ready to blow. I'm now in my prime. You just didn't know. I needed the rain. I needed the flow. I'm from the concrete. It's not time to grow.
I won't use the past to cover my flaws. I won't use the lies to cover the laws of how this thing works. I'll use all my paws. It seems like some ice. You must let it thaw.
I promise to change, for I am a writer. The darkness reveals that all truth is brighter. You die by the sword. A pen is the smiter.
A flower that rose.
The sun will be brighter.
Hey everyone, what's up? It's the Wise Guys. We're back. So that was Sprout. I hope you all enjoyed it. Man, kind of taking it back to like the 1990s and the early 2000s. Way in such a maybe a lot of promo for this project.
Absolutely.
And in addition to getting a lot of promo for this project, remember how your favorite artists would drop a CD back in the day and we would shoot 4 videos for the project?
Right.
So expect 3 more videos hopefully from me.
Sounds good, man. We're looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I didn't say this at the beginning of the podcast, so I want to make sure I get this out there. Congratulations, Sammy. Congratulations to your baby sister, Sammy. She just had a baby.
Wow, congrats. It's a beautiful thing.
Her sister is 26 and engaged. Time flies.
Truly amazing, man.
I'm so proud of her. I mean, obviously the way we met is our sisters.
Right.
And just to be someone sibling to watch them grow is amazing.
Truly is.
Just wanted to say shout out to her. Can't wait for the wedding date to be official. Seeing the girls. So yeah, back to more pressing news.
Yep.
We did this on the IG Live, so I kind of wanted to test it in real life and see how it works.
Okay.
The second segment today is marking the markets. Sorry.
Yeah.
Marking the markets. And bro, I have a second question for you, but before I really deep dive into it, I want to know, talk about markets right now, whether it's stocks, whether it's real estate market, what's happening in the world right now post-COVID-19? How's that affecting the economy?
Well, we can take a look at the stock market, and it's an insane amount of growth that we've seen in the stock market. We saw a tremendous drop once COVID hit. There was a lot of panic in the markets, a lot of panic selling. Many stocks went down between 20 and 30%. But since the Federal Reserve began essentially pumping money into the stock market, artificially inflating it, stocks have risen to tremendous valuations. I mean, it's absolutely insane that, we have such a large unemployment percentage in America, but these stocks are jumping like there's no tomorrow. There is absolutely no rationality in the market right now. Everything and their mother's going up right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you're in the stock market, congratulations, but always have a plan, because you don't know when we're at the tip of the iceberg. If you want to look at the real estate market, I mean, real estate always follows behind all of the other markets very slowly, because it's an illiquid asset. I mean, you can't buy and sell a house extremely fast, so you're not going to see large price declines. But that being said, prices have still remained strong. When you look at the big cities, we've seen a slight decline in price because a lot of people are fleeing from places like Los Angeles, New York, places like these that are overcrowded. We're starting to see the amounts of leases signed are declining as well. Me as an agent, I've experienced that there's a lot less activity of people moving into New York from other states. There's actually people fleeing from New York, so it's a bit concerning. But just like on 9/11, people fled from big cities, but they began to move back in over the next 5 to 8 years. So I think the city will come back because New York, Los Angeles is really the hub, one of the strongest points of our economy. So I have no doubt that it'll recover. But it's just been interesting, man. It's been amazing to see the way the stock market's reacting almost opposite to the way the economy is right now. It's absolutely insane. But I think it'll correct itself over time. We'll see.
Thank you for sharing. I think it's really important for people to know because, especially, again, we're the wise guys in DC, right? Based out of New York City. And I remember we were having a conversation through text a while back, and you were telling me that Manhattan is damn near like a ghost town in terms of a lot of these
Yeah.
places. People have evacuated and they've gone all over, whether it be Bridgeport, Connecticut area,
Right.
down south to Florida, Miami, or even towards Los Angeles. So I think it's kind of crazy how your life can be uprooted and you have things planned and you can even.
Oh yeah, we make plans and God laughs, man. I mean, these people, especially people with a lot of money, a lot of resources, they're not going to put themselves at risk if they don't have to. So if it's like, why should I stay in New York where it's overcrowded, infections are through the roof, when I can just run and flee to the Hamptons until this thing blows over? So it makes total sense why they're running. But wow, truly amazing, man. I thought, right now, July, August is supposed to be like a really busy season for rentals, luxury rentals. But I've experienced a very large slowdown. And yeah, like I said, we plan and God laughs, man. It's just we just have to always be reacting to what's going on and always have alternative sources of income because it can get real, man. Yep.
Yeah, man. And so, in this second segment of American Markets, you have to bear with us for a second. We're a little bit rusty. We haven't seen each other. I wanted to ask you this question. What are the ways moving forward, right? What are the ways in which we adapt? How do we change as people or as movers and shakers that need to function in our society moving forward? So what are the ways in which we adapt moving forward?
Wow. I mean, we're really going to have to find marketable skills like coding is a great example. I mean, like jobs that can actually be done at home, that it's excellent. We have to be able to utilize the internet, I believe. I mean, the internet is just a crazy tool where you can make tremendous amounts of money, and we have to use it to our fullest advantage because looking at the way, companies are prepared to lay people off, it's absolutely insane. But people like YouTube influencers, they cannot get laid off. It is impossible. Their job is something that cannot be essentially controlled. You know what I mean? Like they make content, people watch the content, they make money off of the ads. It's pretty simple. But you look at like the airlines. I mean, the government told them, if you accept this bailout, this stimulus money, you cannot lay anyone off until October. So you know what they said? Okay, great. October, we're laying off 25%. It's like, whoa, it's you would think it's like, okay, we got the money, we're going to take care of the people. It's like, okay, yeah, what is the very last day that we can lay off as much as we can? It's like, okay, October 1st, and they take it as soon as they get it. So it's very cutthroat, and we just have to have different sources of income. I'm working on a few different right now because I just have to diversify. Just like with your investments, you want to have a little bit in real estate, stocks, bonds, mutual funds. We have to do the same with our income because with one source, if they cut us off, man, we're hungry, we're starving, and we don't want to go searching. We want to just have like a marketable skill. Like I said, it could be coding, it could be real estate, it could be, it could be a Instagram influencer, YouTube influencer. It could be, it's so many different options. And I'm not saying that you'll hop on YouTube and make $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month, but it's just about exploring, because I don't have the key to life, and I'm looking for it as well. So just explore as much as you can and just dig into these different sources of income. Some may work, some may not work, but you definitely want to try. You don't want to start trying when your job gets ripped away. Yeah.
I guess I'll get into this a few weeks down the line because I have an episode where I talk about mutual times back hard times and job.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm grateful because I often think about that time,
Mm-hmm.
tumultuous that was for me.
Right.
Because like I told you before, through text, I was back up between this week. I thought it was
Right. Yeah.
And to see that I was able to create my own payment plan with no one's help, just saying, this is what I'm looking for. I just want to give a big shout out to God. Thank you, God.
Absolutely.
You definitely helped me, gave me the vision to do it. But I feel as if, like, had I not buckled down and said, you know what, Kev, I'm not going to eat for 3 weeks, bro. You got to pay this rent, man.
Right.
That means all your paycheck is going to go to this. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have made it out. And the reason why I say that is because imagine if that was your only source of income and now you're laid off and COVID-19 hits.
Yeah.
Nowhere to go. You can't even go apply for a job and say, you know, like, everything, because for that 4 or 5 week period, the majority of the country is shut down.
It's true. It's true. And you may have 3 businesses that all got screwed during COVID. Because, you know, I breed exotic parrots, and I ship the majority of my parrots through the airlines. So we're talking, I need the airlines to get, you know, my birds to their new owners. COVID-19, the flights are very minimal. Not many flights available at all. I'm technically screwed on that side. So you just got to shift gears and put your focus on something else. And then you could even say, look, I'm a real estate agent. Real estate is down, you know, in terms of lease signings. So you've got the parrot business down. You've got real estate is, you know, declined in terms of lease signings in New York City. Hey, man, that's 2 out of 3. So this COVID-19 was so interesting because everyone that thought they had a safe job learned this harsh lesson, you know. Oh, you ever heard like your grandpa or uncle say, you know, hey, man, you go ahead and do this. They'll always need this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those things weren't functioning, you know, during COVID. So expect the unexpected, but that's impossible.
You know, and one thing, I'm not going to offer this too much, but one thing I've learned throughout this whole entire quarantine time is that, you know, we could be truly entertained and moved by the glitz, the glamour, the celebrities, and the movie stars and whatnot. But I literally saw within especially in New York City, because, you know, there were a lack of ventilators, a lack of PPE equipment.
Right.
So many, the hospitals were overflowing with people and whatnot.
Yeah.
One thing I really learned was that, you know, we never really valued them or really took them to heart the way we did before. I'm talking about the doctors and the nurses and all of them.
Oh, yes.
They became our celebrities. Like, they became our superstars. Like, we truly understood the importance of that and how very, very, without them, how very dysfunctional the society would be.
Absolutely. The backbone of our society, man. Shout out to all the medical workers out there because I truly don't know what we would do without you guys. And also, there's also some unsung heroes, grocery store workers, man. If they didn't choose to work during this pandemic, man, we'd be so hungry, so screwed. I mean, and not even the grocery store worker. We need them too, but the truck drivers, if they chose not to drive the trucks, the merchandise, these groceries and these foods would never even get to the store. So there's a lot of jobs out there that really prove their value, and we do need to show them a lot more respect and love because, you know, they don't get the recognition. They really held it down, man.
The fresh directors, the Amazon Prime.
Oh, yes,
you know,
yes.
UPSers, you know, all those people driving those trucks. And,
Yep.
Or even in the factories, you know. Like,
Yeah.
Man, like, we would be done without them.
Yep, it's true. It shows how vulnerable we truly are. I mean, you can take one thing out of the society and it crumbles, essentially. Yep.
Don't really want to get into politics too much in this episode because, you know, we're not really a political-based podcast. But I want to give a big shout out, honestly, to the entire legislation and the entire crew, you know, behind, you know, the reopening of New York City, and as well as our governor, Andrew Cuomo. They did a tremendous and hell of a job in terms of like trying to get this thing back in order. You know,
Definitely.
it's not going to be what it is, what it once was right now, whatnot. But honestly, when you look at, you know, other, you know, places in the country, other cities and whatnot, oh man, we're at New York City and New York State, we were the epicenter, you know? And
Yeah.
it's hard to say, but now it's Florida, and leadership is everything, man. You got to make great crime decisions.
Absolutely.
And I think he really held it down. So I just want to give a shout out to him.
Definitely. Well deserved.
Get this, you know, under wraps. Man.
Yep.
And that's about it. So let's go ahead and head over to the word to the rise. If you don't mind. You want to start first, then?
Yeah, sure, no doubt.
What would your word to the rise be in regards to maneuvering within this new different world that we have, or the new normal, as they say?
Well, I would probably go towards the emotional side in terms of just appreciation. A lot of the time we didn't appreciate just being around people, seeing family members every day, interacting with your elders, and now is a time where that interaction that we used to have, we kind of took it for granted, because now you may not be able to see grandma every day and fear that this virus, you don't want to bring any pathogens to our home. So it really is tough, man. So I'm just learning to appreciate life for what it is. There were a lot of people that unfortunately their life was cut short because of this virus, and man, I just want to appreciate life as much as possible, show love to everyone, man, and just it's no room for hate, no time for hate or negative energy, man. It's all about love, man. That's what it's all about.
My word is, in a time of crisis, flexibility.
Right.
Plan in advance. Planning is important. It's essential. Plan in advance. Make sure you have a plan or game plan that will allow you to be flexible. I think that's what Mark says. COVID-19, obviously, people, if you didn't get right, this is season 2, so I'm going to be honest with you. So if you didn't get right, that's on you. You should have been using that whole entire quarantine time. If you had the time to, work on different skills,
Right.
learn new things, get a new trade, or something that would be very essential that you can take and make it applicable to your life.
Right.
It was definitely not the time to just be chilling and just be playing video games and having sex all day. If that was what happened, cool. Who knows what happened to you? But definitely get your mind right, your body right, your spirit, your emotion, and physically, the whole nine yards. I thought it was very essential. And if you are in certain parts of the country right now, like California, which we're seeing that shut down again, use this round 2 of quarantine to make up for it.
Right.
Because right now we're in the third quarter of the year. July is officially the third quarter. By the time this podcast airs in August, we'll still be in the third quarter, obviously. So use whatever time that you have left in the year to kind of get yourself right. So that would be my words for the last day.
That was beautiful. Absolutely true.
Is there anything else you guys to share with?
Yeah, I think we covered everything. Everything's looking smooth. Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the Rise community, when it comes to our show, you can find us online, right? You can find us online on social media at The Rise Guys NYC. Also, please be sure to, if you are streaming us on Apple Podcasts, please be sure to leave us a review. I've seen a few people have rated us, like about 3-4 people, but we would love to get a review. Please tell us what you think about the show. What are some things you like about it, some things you might think needs improvement, we can work on. Please, we would love to hear you, because we're trying to add a bit of that familial touch this season in terms of having other people's voices, in terms of who wants to contribute to the show.
Right.
Please be sure to do that. We love to hear from you all. Right? And with that being said, I think that's it. That is our show for this week. Next week's episode, it's going to be a good one. Episode 27, we're talking about quarter-life crisis.
Wow.
Before we do that,
Okay.
So, as I said, the show, this is your boy, Rob.
And this is Mark Pruden.
See you all next week.
Stay wise, guys.